All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, we want to welcome everyone to the Good Guys Rod and Custom Association's BASF 17th Nashville Nationals. Everyone's getting dried up and shooting some water away, wiping the cars down, all that good stuff. Hardy Insurance is proud to be the official collector car insurance sponsor of Good Guys. Specifically designed for collector vehicles, Hardy Insurance protects the value of your car while delivering better rates, and we've been doing it for over 70 years. The great value, unlimited.
Right, everybody, if you don't remember this, then check out the videos from the Rod Run, because this was one of my favorite cars there. The Mer-Low, the red Mer-Low, built by Big Oak Garage. We're here at the Good Guys, and of course, I'm not surprised it's here as one of the top 10. Congratulations, you two.
Thank you so much.
Brenda and Don, how much do you love your Calais?
We love our Cadillac.
We love it.
I didn't get a chance to meet you guys in Pigeon Forge, but I'm so happy that I ran into you now, because Big Oak Garage has done a fabulous job on this.
Yes, they
Yes,
have.
they have.
Yes, they have.
We're proud of them.
Now, this is now that I've got you here, I can actually ask you some of the questions that I was not able to, because the builders were there, but you guys weren't.
We were there, we just didn't see you.
We just didn't see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, I didn't have you on film. Now, tell me, what ideas did you have when you used to close your eyes and say, "This is the car that I want"? Did you imagine it to be exactly like this?
Not
quite
exactly.
like
Okay.
this. But we wanted to keep the classic look that it had, and we're just thrilled with what Will did. You know, we didn't know about the color of the red titanium wheels, rose gold, and that was all him, and it's perfect.
And I think that goes to show what happens when you find the right builder.
Yes.
Exactly.
That you might have
Yes.
ideas in your mind and you start talking,
Yes.
and then they just run with it and they bring you something you're like, wow.
Yes, and
Right.
then built by Ricky that did our interior, we had a different color for that as well, but
What color were you thinking?
Black and then a dark brown.
black or a dark brown, and Ricky said he made this suggestion, and we went with what he suggested, and wow, did he knock it out of the park.
He did so well, because we spoke
did.
about the interiors, and I said, you know, often you would think, no, that may not go, but
Right.
it really does
It
go.
does really go.
It really goes.
He did a fabulous job. I mean, everyone that had hands in this project, just they did a fabulous job.
I'm
We're
so happy
thrilled.
for you guys, and you guys are
Thank
so happy as well.
Yes,
you know,
we
I mean,
are.
why wouldn't you be? What is the plans? It's here. It's one of the top 10 at the Good Guys, which is a huge accomplishment.
Yes.
Where are you off to next?
I think it goes to the Good Guys in Columbus, Ohio, in
Okay.
July. I think that's where we're headed next.
Well, all the best there as well.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Thank you. It is so cool to come to here at the Good Guys show and see some of the cars that I had already interviewed before. Greg's Woody is here, and one top 10, as well as Mer-Low, that Calais that we had seen as well. Absolutely love that one. That's also top 10, Brenda and Don's. But there's the thing with these car shows. Once it wins at one place, it travels around and then it gets judged again with more competition. This is beautiful. Look at the colors on this.
Cannot not see it.
All right, everybody. So the first thing that drew me here, obviously beautiful classics, and I love the colors, the white, the maroon, the Belvedere, and then there's a tea bucket as well at the end. The cars drew me, and then I got drawn because it's all cleared up now. They cleared it up, but these ladies were having their lunch on the back of the truck, okay? And not only that, I had to ask them what's going on. They all got similar jackets on, MSRAs. I love Back to the 50s. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage of that. These ladies sure did. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the classics and exactly what these girls get up to. Everyone, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Julie O'Hara Tronson.
Hot Rod Liz, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Barb from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada.
I'm Kathy from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Nice to meet you all. And Barb, congratulations. Barb's got the long distance award here at the Good Guys. How far did you drive?
1,450 miles.
1,450 miles. And what did you drive in?
34 Ford pickup.
Everybody would have absolutely loved seeing you on the interstate.
Yes.
That's
I'm
a long
sure.
drive. For a classic, how comfortable was it?
It's a hot rod.
It's a hot rod.
So you have to set your mind around that it's not your daily driver.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Well, it doesn't have air conditioning.
There's no air conditioning?
Right. It's a bit of a choppy ride, but it's a wonderful ride because that's why we built them, because we can ride in them and we're having fun.
Love
and
it.
we meet a lot of people. So the ride is the ride. It's a great ride.
Yeah.
But we meet people and we get to the events and we have a blast and we meet more people and more people wherever Joe is. And she built her truck
To drive it.
We're going to definitely get to that
so that's
pickup.
what it's
And
about.
you built your truck. We're going to talk about that in detail, Barb. But tell us, what do you all do together for fun?
We go
We go to the show,
You go to the shows.
but we always try to pick some touristy kind of things as well. So in between, because we take 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we're on the road for 2 weeks, so we have time to stop and do. One year we went to Niagara Falls.
Or tourists.
Or shop.
Shop tours if we can.
California was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wineries, a few wineries in there.
Oh, well, how do we all know each other?
Through the old cars.
Through the cars.
Through the cars.
Meeting each other.
And how long have you all known each other for?
Oh boy.
We've known each other for 50 years, close to 50 years.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
For at least 35 years.
And
35
you for 10.
Well, 2008, so it'd be 15.
Holy cow.
Absolutely love it. You know, I love coming across groups at the car shows because there is so many long friendships, so many years that groups have been friends for, and it's all because of the love of cars and the car shows that keep bringing you guys together.
Yes.
Love it. Barb, can we start with you and your pickup?
Sure.
I hear you built it.
Yes, I built it with my boyfriend, or husband.
Husband?
I saw the truck in Banff, Alberta. I liked it. He took note. Bought it for
Good
a
man?
Christmas gift.
Good man.
Good man.
Good man.
Took note. Said okay. And then he said, "Well, it's a project. I mean, this is beyond me. He builds hot rods for a living, so
Okay.
this was an interesting." Well, let's just say it's an interesting gift. So then he said this, I will help you build it, but I will not go into the shop unless we both go into the shop.
He wanted you to be a part of
Yeah,
it.
he's not building it by himself. So
Nice.
there was a lot to learn, and he's very patient. It took us about 6 years, and our first big trip was from the middle of Canada to the East Coast. So
Wow.
I think we did 5,000 miles.
Wow, I've loved so much of everything that you have just said there. For starters, the fact that this was your first build
Yes.
and you learnt on the job.
Yes. But a good teacher.
I can relate because I'm going to be learning on the job for my first build.
Okay.
How did you find it? What was the toughest part and what was the easiest part?
The toughest part is seeing, is this ever going to come together? Can I really do this? Am I capable of welding? Am I capable of him saying, you could start to paint this part. If you don't do a good job, it's not going to show in the truck. It's all about saying, where are my limits? And can I do it? But as it went along, sometimes it's very slow. It doesn't seem like nothing's
It's
coming
moving,
along.
okay.
And then it just falls into place and you get excited.
And you get excited.
And then when you're in your own hot rod and not somebody else's, then it all comes together. And now this is mine since 1991. Well, it is mine, but what I'm saying is it took patience and a great teacher. Somebody, a great partner who says, that's fine, don't worry about it. Well, we can redo it.
Okay.
Or this is how long it takes. So yeah, it just
You give me
happened.
so much hope.
Well, it's all about that because you do need somebody to help you.
Yes,
you do need to
100%.
understand
Yep.
that it's. We talked earlier. It's what's the ride? The ride is a hot rod ride.
Yep.
It is not your 2023, whatever car you have.
Yes.
But that's the joy because it's.
That's
It's
what
a
it's supposed to be.
mindset.
It's
Some
a
people,
classic.
some women would say, "No way, I can't do it. It's too small. It's too choppy. It doesn't have air conditioning." That's great. I love it because it brings you joy.
It brings you joy.
Yes. Well, it brings me to meet other people.
Yep.
Every year.
Oh, I love it. 6-year build, and you did this, so you got your hands in there as well.
Yes.
So that I absolutely love that. Nice white, and then you've chose green for the wheels.
Maybe. I think you should maybe revisit that. Are you sure? Are you sure? Well, you were right. You were 50% right. You did the best you could. That's fine.
I did not notice that. I did see the car from that side, and then I filmed it from this side as well, and it
that's
didn't
fine.
even click to me.
No, a lot of people don't. They just kind of laugh.
All right. Well,
it
it,
was
just
from-
gets funkier, doesn't it?
It was from the get-go. I had pink and blue, and then I had yellow and blue, and then I said it's time for a change because I don't want to buy new wheels. I'm not into that.
Bob, you were so fun. You were so fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
I love it. Why not?
Well, why not?
Why not?
And
It makes you smile. It made me
Well,
laugh.
a very quick story.
Go for
Went
it.
to a run, filled up the truck at a gas station. The person saw that side of the truck.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then we went to the show. We're coming back, and I came on the other side, same gas station.
Okay.
And he said, "I just saw a truck exactly like this on Friday, except it had different colored wheels." I said, "Well,
was
isn't that
mine."
something?" So we have fun.
Oh, you would have had such a laugh filming people, honestly. I'm thinking to myself, okay, sometimes I get my colors wrong, and then I thought, maybe I really am colorblind. Is this blue that I'm saying?
You know, the majority of women see this first. It is mostly women who'll say, "Hey, look, do you see that?" And the husband goes, because they're looking at other
Yeah.
things. So it's fun.
Maybe I think differently, because I didn't. I mean, usually I notice wheels. I like the chrome wheels, as everybody knows.
Yes, yes.
So I was looking at the body, I was admiring the bed, and
Yeah.
you guys were all having a picnic on this bed.
Yes, it's the picnic table.
It's the picnic table.
Yeah.
You drive this. It's your driver. It's a
Yes.
beautiful classic. Somebody else could just be trailing this around, and that's fine as well. But you enjoy it, and you won an award, long distance award,
Yes.
here at the Good Guys. Barb, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for sharing this.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
I just love stopping by groups and talking, because you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know what stories you're going to hear. Those wheels got me.
Yeah. Aren't they great?
They do.
Kathy,
I'm Kathy.
you're Kathy.
Yes.
Yep.
Try to get it right.
That's
Try
okay.
to get it right.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Kathy, which one is yours?
This is mine, a 1938 Chevy.
38 Chevy. Suicide doors. Very
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, how long have you had your Chevy for?
Well, close to 40 years.
40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you done anything to it?
Well, it's all been redone. The motor is newer, the suspension is newer, the interior was redone. It's been painted
Everything's
a few
redone.
times. Yeah.
All right, better question. 40 years ago when you got it, what was the condition?
Well, it was a field car.
Okay.
Like, or in somebody's barn, sort of.
It was an absolute project.
Yes, absolutely.
And were you looking?
Well, it was my husband actually who found it, and he's the person who built it.
Nice.
So, yeah, he was because we used to have a little pickup truck.
Okay,
and
tell
then
me.
Then we had a family, and the little pickup truck was not big enough for us and a baby, and we took our children. In those days, everybody went to events together.
Yeah.
And so we needed a bigger car, and that's why we found this car, so we
Nice.
could have room for us and our
Wow, you've
kids.
had this for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you maintain it, you care for it. 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
40 years. You've had a lot of memories in this. I mean, I'm talking
Absolutely.
kids. Your kids have grown up in this.
Yes, yeah. And we always used to go to events together, and we used to camp.
Yeah.
We used to take a tent or a little trailer, and
All
and
in
we-
your
we
classic Chevy sedan.
that's right. And we made so many friends because of the cars, and that's what kept me in it. The cars bring us together, but the friends are what keep us going.
And how do your kids feel when they see this, knowing that this is the car they grew up in?
Well, they really have great memories too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet they do. I mean,
Yeah.
this, don't you just love that? I love that. I love stories like that with classics that's been in the family and it's not going anywhere.
No.
You're not selling this. And if anything, it will probably be the kids who are
Yeah.
going to take over. And we hope that they keep it
Yeah.
and cherish
Yeah.
those memories.
If they do, they do, and if they don't, oh well. I have no control over that.
Wow, this is, let's have a look here in closer.
So it's been on the road for many, many years. It has at least 300,000 miles on it, and so
And what's the motor you have in there now?
a 350
A 350. When did you change that over?
in 1997.
Okay.
We put a different motor in
Yeah.
and transmission and changed some wiring and gauges. and-
Did you well?
Yes.
It's a good restoration.
Well, my husband did a good job. My husband Tom, he was
I bet
a
he
great
did.
guy.
It's now gone on for another 24, 25 years.
I hope so, yes.
Kathy, you and the girls have been to Back to the 50s.
Yes.
Tell me, because I love Back to the 50s.
Yes.
What is it about Back to the 50s that you love so much?
Well, it's the great location is wonderful. It's close for us, relatively close. It's only 500 miles away from Winnipeg, so that's
Only 500.
only 500. So that's a nice
Yeah.
trip. That is not just the women that go. We go with a lot of other friends from Winnipeg and Manitoba, and a lot of
Back
people.
to the 50s is big with the groups.
It's yes.
It really is. I
Yeah.
mean, I think that was the, out of all the shows, that show had the most group gatherings. And the car clubs, everyone there with the banners up as well.
That's right.
And like you said, the fairgrounds,
Yeah.
very nice.
Oh, the setting is so wonderful with the trees and even if it's really, really hot, there's shade.
There's a lot of shade.
And it's wonderful setting for that reason. That's why we think it's the best show in North America. But
You know, I don't blame you, and I have to agree with you. And so many people have asked me that, and I've always said, I gotta say, Back to the 50s was my favorite of all the classic shows. They got the
Yes.
pin-up contest and just the groups, the car clubs, the whole atmosphere in the venue. It's, you
and
can't beat it.
people keep on cruising around because
And
it's
they
like
keep
a little
cruising.
village.
It's moving.
It's wonderful.
It's moving. So wherever you go, you're actually able to see a lot of the cars just moving around.
That's right. We in the evening we just put our chairs on a street corner and watch the cars come to us.
Yep.
So you can, after walking around all day, then you can sit down and the cars
I
drive
am looking
around.
forward to going back to the 50s.
It's- yes.
Back to the 50s, back to the 50s.
It's wonderful.
It's on the same weekend as the Pro Street Nationals, which I also want to go to. So I don't know how I'm going to make it work.
Oh,
You all know I'm going to try my best to, because they're two very different states.
right.
You know, it's so I don't know how it's going to work, but I have to be at Back to the 50s and I have to be at the Pro Street Nationals. So two very different events.
Right.
But I appreciate this. Thank you. And I want to have a look at the Belvedere.
That's Julie. So I'll let you
Love the bright green.
Okay, yes. It's a beautiful car.
Come on, Julie.
Okay.
I gotta say, I love the green. I love the cream.
Yep.
So shiny. What year is it?
It's a 1952 Plymouth Belvedere.
1952. And how long have you had it for?
Oh, I've had it since probably about 97, 98.
Okay. And did you restore it as soon as you got it, or?
No, I had to put it in the Quonset for a while until I saved up a little money, and I started about 2000, and then it took 8 years for me to pay it off to get it done.
Nice.
And yeah, so
Let's have a look. Come
it
around
took,
here.
it took a while.
And were you looking for the Plymouth?
No, this is my great aunt's car, so
It's your great aunt's car.
it's a family car.
Okay, tell me
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, well, it's she had it until she passed away, and we used to laugh because she wasn't married; she was a spinster there, and she said, she had to paint the car because it needed paint. She painted it with barn paint.
You painted it with what?
Barn paint.
Okay, what's barn paint?
Well, barn paint is barn paint. It's thick paint. You paint on a barn.
So it's the paint that you would use to paint a barn.
Yeah.
So the wood, which would be obviously you need very thick
Yeah.
paint.
But what it did is it actually saved the car
Okay.
because the paint was about a quarter inch thick on the car.
It gave it protection.
And, yeah, it protected the car. So by the time I got around to restoring it, I needed some floor pans, and other than that, she's pretty solid.
Wow. You got really lucky.
Yeah. Yep.
And I love the fact it's a family car. I'm guessing your aunt must have been the only owner.
She was what?
Was your aunt the only owner?
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Wow.
a picture of her in my book when she bought it new.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's have
Yeah.
a look more in detail at this.
It's been customized a little bit. We Frenched the headlights and the taillights and smoothed the bumpers out, took the door handles off. And this is a rare car because there's not too many Plymouths that are like this, a hard
In
top.
this condition as well, yeah.
Well, no, they just didn't make that many.
Oh, they didn't make that many. Okay.
Yeah, and so finding some of the parts, like the chrome, was nearly impossible to do, so we just took the chrome off and made it smooth.
A lot of people who do resto mods with these Plymouths do take the chrome off
Yeah.
and the door handles. It just gives it a much more like a hot roddy look.
Yes, it's a very clean look.
It's a very clean
nice.
look, 100%. I like the colors you chose.
Well, I'm Irish.
Okay, there we go.
My kids helped me pick the color out. I said, I don't know what color to paint it. Paint it your favorite color, Mom. And I said,
I like green.
yeah. And they said green. I went, oh, I don't know about that. And then the more I thought about it, the more I said, yeah, I know, I think you're right.
Well, you did it well, breaking it up with the white, with the cream, I should say. But I do love the interiors. You have to open it because I see little clovers in there. And I know you guys have been driving a long time. You've been having a lot of fun. One of the things that caught my eye was definitely the green interiors. I love it. It's striking. It just stands out. But we have little clovers over here. And that's why when I asked you about the color, and then as soon as you said I'm Irish, I said, okay, it's all coming together.
Yep.
So wherever you go, you've got some luck with you.
Yep. Yeah, I said Irish luck. You never know if it's good or bad.
All luck is good. Look at that, everybody. Look at that. I know you've got the Pioneer radio in there as well, but is the dash period correct?
The dash is correct.
Yeah, you haven't customized it or?
Just the air conditioning vents were put into it, but the dash is 52.
Nice. And you and your girlfriends do a run.
Yes.
Tell me about the run.
Oh, it's called the Lipstick Run, and it's just girls in their hot rods.
Girls and their hot rods.
Girls in their hot rods, and they pick a destination point. We go to it, and if we can pick up another show along the way, we do. But it's our main event on this one was this show here in Nashville Super Speedway.
Wow, I absolutely love it.
Yep.
The lipstick run, everybody. So it's not just about you guys out here in the classics with your hot rods. I love it.
Girls in the cars.
Girls in the cars. And I love when ladies get involved. Thank you so much, hon.
Thank you.
Thank you. The lipstick run,
Is the girls only hot rod tour.
girls only hot rod tour. Liz, how are you today?
Terrific.
I bet you are. After all that rain, it's finally stopped. A little bit. We're going to say it stopped. I can still feel a little
A
drops.
little bit. Rain is better than snow.
Well said. You guys have some great classics.
Thank you.
Travel with awesome girlfriends, going all around America, wherever you can. You go to these classic car shows and having the time of your life. And your means of travel is a tea bucket.
Absolutely.
What have you got here? Come stand in front of your car and tell me.
23 Ford. Go faster. Go home.
And you've got a 350 Chevy in there.
Reliable forever.
Reliable.
Absolutely.
forever. Especially when you are putting that many miles on it, you need
Yes.
something that you can rely on.
If I have any part issues or breakdowns, can always find small block Chevy parts everywhere.
That's so true.
It's all good.
That's so true. And for this body size, that Chevy does it well.
Oh, it does. It hauls ass.
There you go, it holds ass. Now, out of all the classics that you could have had, you've got yourself a tea bucket.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because it makes my heart throb. I see the rear end and I get all excited.
Oh wow, I love it. I mean, the tea buckets always draw me. You know, I can never forget the first time I sat in one.
It's the stance. It's the way it sits. And you look at the rear and you go, oh my God, let's go. And it'll never go away.
It'll never go away. No matter how many times anyone sees a tea bucket, when they see the next one, they stop.
Yeah, they do. You know, boys love tea buckets, guys love them, kids love them.
Hot rod, Liz.
No date. Because no one will ride with me. So I travel a lot of shows by myself. But I don't mind. That's okay.
Hey, who needs a date when you've got awesome girlfriends?
I do.
You know?
We have a great time. Yeah, I love the car. I just absolutely love it. It's never be another car for me.
Your hot rod, Liz. I love the pinstriping done on it.
I've driven to every state except Alaska.
Okay.
Last year I hit Florida. I had never driven to Florida, so I went down to the Keys, 6,600 miles.
Wow.
Great trip. Absolutely a great trip.
6,600 miles and you went in your tea buckets.
Absolutely. Alone. Yeah, no one will go. Because they know better. People are too smart. It's okay.
I would have gone with you if I could have.
Oh man, that would have been great.
I mean, think about this, just driving this around, going to all these different places, at the rest stops, people stopping, and
everybody wants to
it.
talk to you. What's going on with the car? What are you doing with it? Your husband lets you drive it? Yeah, he let me build and pay for it too. I don't have a husband, so I guess I'm looking.
Why would they just assume that, honestly?
That's okay.
Most of the times when I walk up to people, I always go to the lady, I'm like, oh, I love your car. They're like, oh, it's my husband's. And I'm like, okay, but it's yours too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes ladies forget that. You pay for it too, whether you're on hands-on or not.
100%.
I'm hands-on. I built this one with help from 3 guys.
And you built it yourself?
Absolutely.
So what have you done, Liz? Tell me about that.
Well, we stretched the pickup bed, which normally would be like that. I need a bigger gas tank. I want to go miles, so we stretched it. The fenders are handmade. We made the plug, made the mold, made the fender, and they started. Well, you have to, at the time in Manitoba, the law had to cover 40%, I think, of the tire.
Oh, okay.
So now you don't have to have fenders, but I had issues with the front. I took them off on this trip. But the fenders prevent all the rain coming back in your face when the top is down.
Okay.
Handmade dash. I used a broomstick for the top part.
You used the broom. Let me see this. You used the broomstick?
Well, yeah, because we made the mold and then made the dash. So it took
Okay,
a while.
you needed to get that little groove in. Is that
Yeah, I
what
wanted
you're
it
saying?
my way.
Okay.
Not the kind that they sell, which I didn't care for.
Oh.
So aluminum insert, we milled that at the university. Another hot rod guy milled it for me with Sunken Classic gauges. 250,000 miles I'm just hitting now.
Wow.
250,000 miles of smiles. Nothing but fun.
Of smiles. And I like your seating. It's so comfy.
It is actually really, I got all my junk in there, but it is comfy. You've got a back cushion, tilt telescopic cruise. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go.
22 miles to the gallon. I usually tow a matching trailer. I didn't bring it on this trip because I didn't need to.
Wow, I could just imagine the matching trailer as well.
Yeah, it's good. Graphics by a gentleman in California. We drove to his place on our first lipstick run. Herb Martinez is very popular. He teaches pinstriping. He did all my graphics at his home, which I was thrilled with, and I'm just still delighted with. I love it.
It looks good.
Thank you
it's
very
perfect
much.
for the colors.
Thank you very much.
It's perfect for the colors. And
It's a neat hot rod. I like it a lot.
I bet you do. And I love the fact that you just drive this around everywhere. It doesn't get better than that, everybody. It does not get better than that.
You're right, Rana. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Gotta love an original hot rod.
How's that now?
You have to love an original hot
Oh,
rod.
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Tell me, George, what have you got?
It's a 1934 Model A.
Model A. And you've done the restoration yourself.
Yes, I did.
You were telling me that you've had these 20 years ago. is when
Probably
you
20
first-
years plus. Probably.
20 years plus. And what was the state of the Ford when you first
It was
got
it was an all original car when I bought it.
it? So it hadn't been touched at all when you
It hadn't been touched at all.
Wow. And how did you come across it?
Actually, a friend of mine found it for me in more or less downtown Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah. But
And you had your work cut out for you.
yeah, it was probably in better shape than most. What's that now?
What have you done to the car?
Well, first off, we took it all off frame. We put a new frame on it. It's one of them TCI frames. And, of course, put the 350 Chevrolet motor in it. It's got heat and air and power brakes.
Everything you need to drive it around
That's right.
and make it comfortable. Did you do the paint yourself as well?
Yes, I did.
You did the paint as well too.
In my garage at home.
You know, I am so surprised and amazed at you guys doing the paint yourself.
Well,
Usually that always goes to the shop, like
Yeah.
interiors.
it's not rocket scientist stuff. It's just
Okay.
a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. And how long did it take you, the full restoration?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I've had several other cars over the years. I probably worked on that car, 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Just off and on.
350, and if you've done the brakes and you put air conditioning, then I'm guessing you've made the insides really nice as well.
It's fair.
Let's have a look.
I can't say it's nice. It's a bunch of nice ones.
And you keep this as your driver?
I do drive this.
There you go.
Me and my wife did the interior.
Is she here today?
No, she's not.
Oh, well, she was here. This is awesome. You both did the interiors. Is that dash, 1930s dash?
That's
or-
a 1930 dash. It's been modified a little bit here and
Okay.
there.
But that's how the gauge would have been and the dials.
This is it's actually got 46 Lincoln gauges in it.
Okay. You've done it well because, oh, and look, you've got the overhead there for your
It's got the radio in it.
with the radio in it as well. For these small cars, you've kept it well to keep it nice and clean and simple.
We try to keep it's very simple.
Yeah.
It's a very simple hardware.
Oh, it's very nice. And does that have the rumble seat in the back?
It does not.
Okay.
Now, this year did come with a rubber seat.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
This is probably one of the cheaper models.
Okay. Well, now at least you have storage.
Yeah.
Because what use would that have been to you now?
We put our cooler back there and stuff. There's not much room in these little cars.
No, there isn't. Where is the battery? Is the battery still under the
Actually,
wheel?
my battery's in the trunk.
In the trunk, okay. Yeah, let's have a
I don't know if I want to open the trunk. It's nasty.
It's nasty.
It's nasty.
All right, well, don't open the trunk. I'll take your word for it.
Well, see there.
Oh, that's not nasty at all.
But anyway, there's the battery.
Compared to what I've seen, that's nothing. But hey, I do like the pinstriping. This is beautiful. And is this also 20? How old is the pinstriping here?
How old is the pinstriping?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say it's probably 7 or 8 year old.
One of the first things that made me want to stop is the fine pinstriping work that's happening here on the side. Love it. And why the 1930 Ford for you?
What's that now?
Why do you like the 1930 Ford?
It's just cool.
It's just cool. Fair enough. No, it's beautiful. Love it. And for the good guys, you're hoping to, are you in a class or you're hoping for a competition? Or
I'm not having to judge or anything.
You're just here to have a
We
good time.
just come for the fun of it.
For the fun of it. And it's going to get even better now that the rain has gone away.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. right, everybody, I am loving the 38 behind me. Not only the colors, but just the style, the fenderless style. It just reminds me of old school racing cars. So I'm gonna have a chat with Kevin and let's find out exactly what he's done to this. Kevin, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, mate. Come over here. Loving the classic you've got with you here at the Good Guys. Tell me, what is it that you have exactly here?
1938 Ford pickup truck.
Ford pickup truck, yep.
Completely modified, hand-built frame. Everything's been customized except for the top of the hood. That's all original.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yes.
How long did it take you?
8 years.
8 years. Now, before we get into the full build, when you could have had any truck, any other classic, why did you choose the 38 Ford?
It's just different. You don't see
different.
everybody building 1938 Ford pickup truck.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I love the oval grills, as I was telling you, so that's one of the things I've always loved about it, but they stand out so much when they go fenderless.
Yes.
Tell me about that, because you've done a lot of work just in that area alone.
Full hand-built 2x3 box tubing frame, height super ride front end, 4-link rear end, Ford 9-inch disc brake rear end.
Love the tires. What size have you got?
I'm unsure. 275, 60, 15s. The bed has been shortened lengthwise and height-wise and widened to match up with the cab, because you know how it normally is set. They go make it a little more streamlined.
And it's things like that that really make it stand out. Because you're walking by and you're seeing this, you're like, wow, okay, this looks really good. Everything is very slick, everything is very in line. What's exactly happening? And there's a lot of work on the bed alone. I knew it was definitely shortened.
Yes.
But I didn't think twice the fact that it's actually been taken in as well. Oh, nice. All right, come over here and tell me, Kevin, tell me about the engine.
About the engine?
Yep.
Basically standard 302, board 30 over, a little RV cam, nothing radical. Something we could drive daily. Just a C4 transmission. It's bare bones. There's no heat, no AC. Got a little blower motor to keep the windshield defrosted, but besides that, we drive it everywhere.
You just wanted to feel like the olden days back.
That's right.
Sitting in this, but hey, you might not have AC, but you've got a lot of luxuries inside here with the interiors. The seat alone is... Did you do the interiors yourself?
I did not. A friend of mine, Brett Harbison, did the interior.
Love the dash. Complete with suicide doors. This is awesome. And you built this with your dad?
Yes.
Okay, and you said you're building other cars as well, or you've done other cars? What other ones have you built?
We've got a 40 Buick. It's a 2-door business coupe.
Okay.
I actually built a bit. It's full custom also. Has a 455 Buick engine in it. It's got a Fat Man fabrication front Mustang 2 front clip on it. And he's got a 47 Ford 2-door sedan.
Wow. All classics.
Yeah.
What is it about the classics?
He's in a process of doing a 67 Volkswagen Beetle right now.
Oh, nice.
Full spectrum.
Wow, that's awesome. We've had a lot of fun looking at some of the Beetles at the Volkswagen show a couple of weeks ago, so they're very neat. I love them. I mean, I love the campers, like I said, but those Beetles are very neat
It's
as
my
well.
wife's dream car.
A camper?
No, a Volkswagen Beetle.
A Volkswagen Beetle. I'll have to show her that video. I think she will enjoy it. But this is an awesome build, and I wish you all the best. I hope you get something today.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Spare parts coverage and more. Stop by the Grundy booth.
Can we hope that this is yours, mate?
This is my grandfather's.
Your grandfather's. Very nice.
Exhibits are all open throughout the ground.
What's your name?
Casey.
Casey.
I haven't heard if we're going to be resuming autocross or not, but I believe we are.
All right, everybody, Casey's doing an awesome job shining up this classic. But what drew me is the originality that I can see. I mean, I can see specks of original rust in here. The interior looks original as well. So I was like, all right, let's have a chat with the owner. Chuck, how are you today?
I am good.
66
Ford Galaxy 500.
Ford Galaxy 500. And I came up to you and I thought, this looks pretty original.
It is.
Tell me about your car, sir. Come over here, stand in front of it. Let's start off with, how long have you had it for?
I've had it about 10 years.
10 years. And 10 years ago when you got it, it looked exactly the same as it is now.
Pretty much, yes. It needed a lot of work. Brakes, shocks, tune-up, all that kind of stuff.
1966, I'm not surprised.
You're right. It's set for 3 years.
Yep.
And so just imagine what it would need after it's set. It's set outside in the weather. The old classic story is set by a barn for 3 years.
Exactly. So how did you come across yours?
The guy I worked with, his brother had it. And
okay.
Told me it's something I needed because I like to keep them clean, take care of them.
Yep.
And I think this one I can fix it up, clean it up, and drive it. So that's what I wanted to do.
Well, we know that the paint is original. Let's have a look inside.
Okay.
And what is it about the Galaxies that you like?
I don't know. They're different. It's not one you see every day anymore.
No, that's true.
You know,
you've got like old school.
Yeah, and the four doors are something you don't see much anymore. They're kind of making a comeback, but
look at the dash, everybody. It's what I call a survivor.
Yeah, well, that's what I call it. It's a driver. You know, it's just,
and the fact that you drive it.
But I just did a few things that you know, put new carpet in it just because it needed it and make it smell better.
Yep.
You know, but we just take it and ride it. We drive it to car shows. The grandkids love to pile in it.
Well, I can see one grandson who really likes it and
He
wants to
does.
shine it up. So.
And I'll tell you something really funny about it.
Yep.
When I first got it, all my grandkids, I'd go pick them up at school or something. And the first time I went, when they got in it, they didn't know how to make the windows go down.
I'm not surprised.
They did not know what
The
a window
wind
crank
up.
was. And had to show them, and then after that, they get it up and down, up and down. They love it, you know. But that just tells you how far back, you know,
Of
these
course.
kids, they don't know, but they just push a button now.
They press a button for a lot of things, you know.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate the classics, just the old school style. I mean, you got to see that there's an ashtray at every door.
Yeah, and the little vent windows, all that. I got that when it came out. It's got a clip that holds it, and I can fix that. But
so you know, they didn't want it just to be at the front, and you know, everyone in the back. Let's
Right.
just encourage everyone to
yeah,
smoke.
got an ashtray in every door. That's right.
Ashtray at every door. But hey, let's have a look under the hood if Casey doesn't mind us stopping him from shining.
Okay.
1966 Ford Galaxy. And check this out, everybody. Original motor.
Original, yes.
Original.
Kind of dusty, pollen dusty. But
Wow.
I cleaned it up and painted the breather. But you know, it's all original.
Wow.
Put new hoses and belts and all that on it.
That's the thing that I love is that these classics, the motors, so many years on,
Yeah.
they still work.
Yeah.
They still work. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I don't think that the motors from today would be working 50s, 60s. I mean,
Will you be able to get parts for them?
yeah.
That's what I kind of worry about. If you have something major or internal go wrong, you're going to be able to find it.
Yeah, that's true. Whereas something like this,
Right now, you can still get them.
Yeah.
You have to order them, but you can get them.
you can get them. No, but what I was talking about is I love the fact that the engines from the classics last so long.
Oh, yes.
Especially when we come across survivors like this. But and I think to myself, what would happen in the future with the modern day cars?
Right, yeah. I think they're made to go about 100,000 miles, and that's it.
And that's it. I mean, I just can't imagine all the computers and everything just continually working because this is just old school.
Correct.
Things have been put in there that they work and they're not reliant on anything else.
Right.
Whereas today, things are reliant. One thing relies on something else in order to work. And
Yeah. These still have the points, a condenser, you know, no electronic anything on
no
it.
electronics. That's the thing. I mean, electronics are great, and you know they make life easy, but at the same time,
Correct.
you're really reliant on them. But this is kept in really good nick. You know, your friend thought well when he gave it to you because now you've had it for 10 years and you've still kept it well.
Yes. And I I'll work on them. I like to keep them clean.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want to do. I knew when I saw it. If I did want to fix it up and paint it, it'd be a good one to do. But
100%.
I kind of like keeping it original.
Yeah.
What it is.
Oh, we could close our eyes and imagine just how sick this would look as a resto mod, without a doubt, with those body lines, you know, lowered and stuff. But we have to appreciate it for what it is at the moment.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chuck.
Thank you.